And for Scottish teenagers, it's not just exams that they've got to worry about this year. In 232 days, they're expected to vote on the future of their country. But have they been swatting up for the challenge?
This is a historic moment for the people of Scotland. The first time they've had the chance to decide on independence.
But that's not the only first. For the first time, 16 and 17-year-olds will be eligible to vote. But how much does the average 16-year-old actually know about the issues?
Well, today we're testing this football team of new voters from Larbert High School in Falkirk to see just how much they know about the referendum.
But there's a twist. Today, the real competition isn't taking place on the pitch, but off it. The teenagers are competing against the parents for the glory of winning and for this, the one-show Referendum Cup.
I think they could do more to give us more information.
I tend to disagree with that. I think there's quite a lot of information out there.
I've done my research. The white papers came out and I've looked at both websites.
Do you think you know enough to vote?
Not really, no.
Are you going to vote?
Maybe.
So this is our quiz, and we've thrown in some pretty tough questions in here. We'll be asking things like who'd be head of state in the event of an independence vote. What currency would it have? Would it have the euro? Would it have the pound? It's going to be very interesting.
Despite the Scottish Government producing a 670-page white paper on independence, recent surveys suggest that only 1 in 7 voters fully understand the issues at stake.
There's an awful lot of debates taking place, but what comes across is that there's not enough clarity on what the outcome of independence would be. Will Scotland be in the European Union if it becomes independent? Probably yes. Will Scotland be able to use the pound? Probably yes.
Yeah, but there's a lot of probablys.
There is a lot of probablys because so much of it is not down to facts and figures. So much would be dependent on the deal that could be struck after a yes vote.
Right, so this is the big moment. This is when the quiz begins, and this is the real competition. Forget the football. This is what really matters.
To kick off the contest, 7 multiple-choice questions. Which team will know more?
No cheating, especially you parents. Finished forms here, thanks a lot. So how was that? Parents first.
Easy.
We'll be the judge of that. And what about you? How was that?
Difficult.
It's a game of 2 halves, and whilst the students play on, time for some match analysis.
So Nicola, we've got some quite interesting and quite tricky questions. I like this one. The first one, who's able to vote in the referendum? So, for example, residents of Scotland, yes. Scottish citizens living elsewhere in the UK?
No.
No, they can't vote?
No, no.
So if you're Scottish and you live, I don't know, in Manchester, you can't vote?
No.
So French and German citizens living in Scotland?
They can vote, yes.
Vote. What currency would an independent Scotland have? Euro, pound, a new currency, or won't be decided? What's the right answer?
The right answer is that it won't be decided until after the referendum. And that's one of the challenges facing voters as they go into the referendum. They want clarity, they want to know what would happen, but so much of it would be decided afterwards in the negotiations that took place.
Right, so we got the results here. But before we come to the results, we just want to go through some of the questions. An independent Scotland, who'd be head of state?
Queen.
Queen, that's right. Citizens living in an independent Scotland will still elect MPs to the Westminster Parliament, will they? False, that's right. They won't be electing MPs. Right, so we come to the big moment. Who's the winners? Who are the losers? The kids, 42 out of a possible 105. The adults, 61.
Thank you, man.
Well, that's interesting, isn't it? The parents beat the kids, but still, 61 out of 105 could do better.
It wasn't exactly fantastic. It shows there's a lot more still to be learned, but no, we won. That's the main thing.
So there you have it, 232 days to get revising. But Justin, as that film showed, there's a lot of uncertainty around this, isn't there? Because basically the 670-page white document